Wilson puts man in motion, gets the snap, goes back out to the running back. Missed pull there, but eventually gotten there by Rayana Baker for St. Thomas. Sigmundi in motion. Wilson back to Sigmundi. And a bit of hand fighting there, and a flag going to be called. Takes the snap, looking, batted down to the line of scrimmage. Leon with the batted ball.
Feeds off of it depending on which freshman you have that plays a part of the system.
Wilson rolling left on the snap, throwing, and over the head of
Breasia Robinson.
That's another Breasia Robinson. As they look to get the game back underway. We'll tell you who they've got in as near. Pump fakes over the middle, caught. There, good job by Tyler Bryant.
Was able to get around, and if you had to force her on the mobility standpoint to make a play, then it was going to be tough.
That's picked off there in the end zone by Kayla Burrows, and that's going to spell an end to the St. Thomas drive the second time. Just as they were getting in and finding some momentum, the interception by Burrows will bring a very abrupt end to that drive.
With that said, I mean, this year as well, in addition to being the team better, she has had tremendous strides and improvement from a mobility standpoint. And so has Sam Wilson.
Wilson looking off, and that's going to be a surprise. There's not a penalty there. That looked like it could have been a hold. As usually when the pants stretch that far, you'll see a hold, but that was Jasmine Henry on the grab.
Grabbing, it's not just the one hand, but you're trying to use it as a tackle formation.
Oh, almost a pick there. Got the hand in, did Maria Vega. Takes the snap to Wilson, looking, and it is over the top and falls away.
Whenever there's an opportunity to make a play, you have to.
Near goes back to Jada Graham, but the flag is pulled short of the line to gain.
Still be about a yard to go to pick up the first down.
There's a flag there, offsides on Weber, and that's going to give St. Thomas a fresh set of downs.
May cause it to be an offsides.
It's a first down. Pump fake and going over the middle, got a wide open Tiffany Walker, and that's going to open up the scoring. St. Thomas, the touchdown pass to Walker from about 17 yards out.
Just a nice wide open corner route over to Walker. Weber, it didn't look like they were putting that much effort in the deep covered zone. St. Thomas took advantage of it and were able to slice through the secondary for the first score.
Got a sidecar right as near. She takes the snap, rolling to her right, and finds a receiver in the corner of the end zone. That's going to be number 12, Kaylee Miller. Wilson on the snap, looking, flushed right, gets a little bit. Burrows tries to spin her way out of it, but it's going to be Miranda Faradaz on the pull, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter of play. Weber will take over here at the 23, man in motion. Wilson pump fakes, goes over to her wide receiver, and that's going to be a flag coming in on Faradaz, maybe. I
may want to have another look at that Jumbotron replay if it's provided, because it looked initially like Faradaz just had a forceful pull because you're just making sure that you're getting to the ball, but nothing initially that seemed like it was warranted for physical aggression. She got caught, leg got caught up with a trip, so it'll probably just be a personal foul on Faradaz, but still, just anytime you're making the flag pull, especially in the angles, you got to be careful how you do it. There's a philosophy when you're grabbing the flag, but you don't want to get your legs tangled up.
5-yard penalty. Wilson takes the snap, looking, finds Sigmundi out on the near side, and that's going to be caught close to the first down marker here.
Run that in practice, but during the game is crucial.
Wilson looks, fires, caught ball short and quickly pulled there by Meyerly Kaon, and it's going to be fourth down here for Weber.
Studier and you focus on formations, it should be something where you should be able to account it for.
And Wilson is able to get it away, but it's fourth down. That's a turnover on downs, and St. Thomas's defense will get off the field without allowing any points, letting their offense get back and see if they can stretch this lead out with 8:18 left in this first half. Scratch that. Parks is still on the bench. As Neer takes the snap, looking, caught ball. And that's going to be very short of the first down. Throwing Hail Marys on both Kaiser and Thomas. And that is going to be a delay of game on the Bobcats. And that turns 2nd and short into 2nd and 5.5 here.
That's got to be something that you have to clean up from an offensive standpoint. I mean, you got the play clock that's there right in front of you. You know, I don't see why you're not able to use it, but that's just a fundamental error that you got to have better control over. And even if you have to use a timeout, you know, it's an extra 5 yards that puts you in a tougher spot to try to get this first down.
On the men's side or the women's side, there is speed. Neer finds a receiver. It's going to be Tyler Bryant, and she gets loose, and they're having trouble pulling her flags, and she is going to finally have her flag pulled around the 4-yard line. An explosive play where Weber just cannot make the simple flag pull. Evades 3 Weber Warriors before Sigmundi is able to get over and make the pull.
Trail 2 scores to a team like St. Thomas.
Neer looking. Back of the end zone, and it is tipped away. Clean play there, no flag intended there for number 12, Kaylee Miller.
That's when we start to see the train come apart.
Neer looking over the middle, and it's going to be broken up across the middle. And that's going to be the 4th down and a turnover on down. St. Thomas cannot find a way to punch it in here. With 3:43 left in this first half, they still only hold that 7-0 lead.
If you're the Weber Warriors, trying to get as much time as you can to get this equalizing score.
Sigmundi in motion. Snap there. Sigmundi will take it. She's going to throw back to Sam Wilson, who looks downfield. She's got a receiver wide open on the trick play. Keeps going and brought down literally at the 20-ish yard line. First down with 41 seconds left, and puts Weber right outside the end zone. Nice little play of trickeration there for the Warriors.
Yeah, definitely a little bag of tricks pulled out of the Molesky bag, and that time just wide open, beautifully executed. And who better than Kayla Burrows to be the recipient of that catch and to take it downfield.
Wilson takes the snap, looking, gets the ball off. Going to be a little bit of rumbling, bumbling, stumbling here down to about the 13-yard line.
And who knows if one of those young ladies could turn around and potentially be the impact in the 2024 national tournament.
And that's going to be an interception there by the ball hawk herself, Tashumba Washington. Kayon with the pitch. Now over to Tyler Bryan, and that is big with 10 seconds left, not only to get yourself out of the end zone, but to get some breathing room.
And that's exactly why Weber has been 500 on the season. They come down, they start off strong, off the hands of Breasia Robinson, and just right in her hands, and then it falls out, and suddenly out of nowhere, St. Thomas there with the interception. It has been quite the struggle for the Warriors to capitalize, and that was a gift-wrapped opportunity to come up with the tying score, and they just weren't able to do it on that first half. Most coaches have the traditional style where they have the quarterback run over, but when you have technology, you might be able to have a headset. Things could be different.
They're making some moves there, getting those hips around and just making her way down the field, dancing down. Finally, the pull is made by Rayana Baker, but not before she leaves several St. Thomas Bobcats in her wake. And you had said it before, this is why you get the ball to Kayla Burrows.
Shifty Burrows for the 3rd straight consecutive tournament. Just seeing her slice and dice her way through defenders has always been a joy to see. But this is the kind of big play that you need if you're Weber.
And Lanaya Leon gets the sack. The freshman has been so good down the stretch. So, 19 yards to gain. Again in motion, Sigmundi Wilson taking off immediately. Caught ball, and Burrows tips it up in the air and catches the pitch there. Another risky pitch for Weber.
Post route played by Breasia Robinson, was able to make the catch in stride, what she's known for, and gaining those open yards is another play that Weber needed.
Over the top and missed there. Bad throw by Wilson. That was the 4th down play as Neer takes the snap, looking, Fires it. Graham gets it and a little bit more. Roop not able to get the pull. Near, looking, rolling to her right, looking downfield, little underthrown, and it's going to be almost intercepted. We've got a flag on the field here. Let's see what they're going to call it. Pass interference on St. Thomas, and that's going to move them back a good bit here.
The only time you would see a team accept the penalty and take 10 yards back is if they are bold enough to believe that that's going to help them gain the yardage.
Holy cow, Caleb Burrows. And there's a penalty that's going to be holding on St. Thomas as Robinson's shorts were stretched every way to Sunday. Wilson takes the snap, looking, rolling to her left, throwing. It's going to be knocked away, intended there for Breasia Robinson, but nothing doing there.
Tashumba Washington, I mean, she deserves every moment of that breakup. Breasia Robinson looked like she was poised to make a big reception first down play. You don't hear Tashumba's name called often, but when it does, she comes up big, she comes up in a clutch play, and that is part of St. Thomas's secondary.
It's going to be fourth down now for Weber. Running back goes in motion to match Leon on the rush position. Takes the snap to Wilson. It's going to be a blitz and caught there by Burrows, and that's going to be a first down for Weber, and they're back into the St. Thomas red zone. Wilson taking the snap. And that's going to be an interception. Miranda Faradaz has it, looking for someone to pitch to, cannot find it. Sam Wilson comes up big, and the St. Thomas defense steps up once again with yet another interception, completely stopping the Weber drive in its tracks.
And how many more times do you see this from Weber? Just the little things. Got to be aware about where these players are. And for St. Thomas this time, it was a big step-up play from Faradaz, and you start to see that speed come into effect. She thought about trying to get the pitch back, but at the same time, played it safe, didn't want to take any chances, kept it, and now St. Thomas back in business in Weber's territory.
2:11 left in the third quarter, and St. Thomas is on the Weber side of the field. Near gets the snap, looking, throws it deep. That's going to be almost picked right back off. Hayden Roop had her hands on it, just could not bring it in. Takes the snap, is near, looking for Jada Graham. Jada gets it, she's got a clear shot to the end zone. Roop going for the pick, misses it, and it's nothing but green grass in front of Jada Graham. And Graham scores the touchdown to give St. Thomas a 2-score lead. So trips over to the far side there as Near looking to see if she can make the extra point herself. She cannot, and it will be a 13-0 lead with 48 seconds left in the third quarter.
It starts to take a little bit of momentum away from you.
Wilson takes the snap, looking, goes over the middle, caught ball, but very nice job there by the St. Thomas defense, limiting the yards after the catch, and will be at the 39-yard line with Wilson. Takes the snap, rolling to her left. She's going to just go for it herself, gets it, and the flag is pulled there.
Plays on the rollouts.
Looking downfield as Wilson finds Roop, but that's going to be a quick pull there from St. Thomas's Leilani Neves. Roop in motion. Takes the snap, does Wilson, pump fakes, gets around Leon, and she is going to have her flag pulled for minimal to no gain. Tyler Bryant on the pull there, maybe a half a yard to a yard there.
Off that rollout by Wilson, really no time to set up. Tyler Bryant was already there to make the flag pull.
It also makes the defense's reads easier. Double-edged sword there. As Wilson rolls to the left, and it gets broken up at the line by Leon. And that's going to be a turnover on downs here for Weber as they again can't find pay dirt. Near takes the snap, looks, fires, caught by Graham, who backs her way up a few yards. Near taking the snap, getting it out, caught ball by the center there, and they cannot take her down. There's a flag coming in. Flag guarding on St. Thomas is what they're going to call on Tiffany Walker.
Where it's close to the flag, and you could be looking to try to make a hit move or get out of the way. But if it's in the wrong place, it'll be flag.
And that's going to be an interception there for Weber on second down. And just a nice job there by number 3, Breasia Robinson, finding a way to get your team back in it. And again, another drive by one of these teams ended by interception, just floated over the head of the intended receiver on the play.
Weber's never been a team that could get things going from a no-huddle standpoint. It's taken a while to get the right play out.
And Burrows gets it and gets the first down, fights through the contact there with 3:50 left in this ball game. Neither team in a whole lot of hurry here. Wilson takes the snap, looking, gets it off again. There's a flag there.
I'm not exactly sure if I would have called that excessive contact or a personal foul on Mayerly Kayon, which is what I would imagine what this call would be.
Yeah, Kayon just threw up the hands like, what? But that is what it's going to be. It's going to, no. Yeah, okay. So they declined one, and they gave a personal foul on the other. Roop in motion. Wilson rolling right. There's a flag there. Going back to Roop. Roop pitches it off. I believe it's Sigmundi there. Let's see what the flag is in the backfield.
Well, we did see that St. Thomas did have a personal foul running over the blocker, but I would venture to think that they would decline this just based off of the yardage gained.
Let's see what they call, but I do believe you're probably right.
Yeah, Leon right there just was running over Jasmine Henry. But either way, I mean, like you could tell on Coach Brzenko's face too, he knew it, that it was just a running over contact. Yeah, and sure enough, they're going to decline it, and first and goal now for Weber.
The 15-yard line here. Roop again in motion. Wilson takes the snap. Looking. Looks like she's going to take off and pitch it over the head of Sigmundi. Wilson looking, going back out to Henry. Tries to find some space, but Faradaz picks up that pull for loss, and the linebacker from Miami Lakes Pace gets a pull for loss. Law of averages says that at some point it's got to happen. Wilson takes the snap and rolling right, looking, tosses it off and low for Roop. Wilson takes the snap, rolling, throws it to the end zone, double covered and batted down. No pick there.
Rihanna Baker nearly had herself a game-ending interception. But again, you got two receivers there, was well covered. Yes, you're trying to get it to one of your go-to players in Breasia Robinson, but still the read. Ray Baker should have had that interception, I think. You know,
but
just
it
was
doesn't
right there.
particularly matter because that was fourth down and a turnover on downs. The right to come back inside the dome with their win over Kansas Wesleyan. And that's going to be ball game here. St. Thomas sends home Weber International 13-0 here in the NAI Women's Flag Finals.